The United States Postal Service processes 425 million pieces of mail daily. Hidden within this ocean of correspondence are the political statements, the bizarre jokes, and occasionally genuine threats aimed directly at the heart of American power, the White House. But the system that guarantees our right to free communication also guarantees a terrifying vulnerability. Our journey begins with a question. How can someone legally ship a common construction brick to the president's residence, and why is the Secret Service powerless to demand the sender's identity?
Chapter 1. The Pillars of Privacy. The core of this loophole lies in the 1970 Postal Reorganization Act and decades of constitutional precedent. The mail, as a common carrier, enjoys near-sacred protection under the Fourth Amendment, safeguarding against unreasonable search and seizure. We interview legal experts explaining the right to anonymous correspondence. Any mandatory tracking system for ordinary, non-hazardous parcels risks being challenged as an unconstitutional invasion of privacy and freedom of expression, especially if the sender is simply trying to make a statement, not a threat. Chapter 2. The Logistics of Threat Screening. White House mail doesn't go directly to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. It is routed to specialized, highly classified off-site facilities staffed by Secret Service personnel and USPS inspectors. They process millions of items annually. The challenge is detection. A brick, heavy, dense, inert, is chemically and radiologically indistinguishable from thousands of other dense, benign objects like heavy books, specialized equipment, or dense product samples. We detail the technology used, advanced X-rays, chemical analyzers, and why simple mass doesn't flag a standard object like a brick.
Chapter 3. The History of the Odd and Ominous Mail. The brick is often a symbolic act of protest, a heavy, undeniable physical presence representing governmental inertia or voter frustration. But this vulnerability has been exploited. We examine historical incidents, from anthrax scares in the early 2000s to bizarre, non-lethal objects intended purely to harass or clog the system. These incidents confirm that the mail stream is an ideal, low-cost vector for disruption. The sheer volume of weird mail necessitates resources that could be focused on actual high-risk threats, proving the system's deliberate drain.
Chapter 4. Mandatory Identification, a legal minefield. What if the USPS simply mandated a verified return address for all parcels? We consult former Department of Justice officials who explain the steep legal hurdles. Such a requirement would demand a massive government database tracking every citizen's shipping habits, infringing on fundamental rights. Furthermore, sophisticated adversaries can easily circumvent these rules using drop boxes, shell companies, or international routing, making the effort largely futile for security, yet highly effective at eroding civil liberties. Chapter 5. Global Comparisons and Reform Inertia. How do other G7 nations secure their equivalent presidential or parliamentary mail? While some employ stricter parcel weight restrictions or mandatory sender IDs, these are often balanced against less stringent protections for citizen privacy. We analyze several failed attempts in Congress, post-9/11 and post-anthrax, to push through legislation that would drastically change USPS privacy rules. The resistance always boils down to a fundamental philosophical disagreement. Is it worth sacrificing a foundational element of American freedom for marginal security gains? Conclusion. The unending paradox. The anonymous brick in the mail is more than just a nuisance. It is a profound symbol of the inherent tension at the heart of a free society. The loophole isn't an oversight. It's a byproduct of protected constitutional rights, rights which must be defended, even if they create logistical nightmares for the Secret Service. Until the law or technology fundamentally changes, the White House mailroom will remain a necessary risk zone. If you found this examination of security and freedom compelling, please subscribe for more deep dive documentaries. What solution do you think balances security and privacy? Leave your thoughts in the comments below.